Gaffer, it was defeat against Carlisle on Saturday night. Your reflections at the time were that you deserved the win. Have you looked any differently in the past 48 hours?
The reflections are they've won the game 4-2, so nobody will really care if you're a Carlisle United fan, Carlisle player, Carlisle coaching staff, what the stats were, how we play, because they've won the game 4-2. Simple as that. And the stats would suggest that my emotions, because you are emotional after the game, were correct. I've watched the game back multiple times, spoke to my sporting director, we communicate all the time. And I think teams are showing us huge respect. The average ball in play in this league is about 51 minutes. Ball in play for the whole game was 41 minutes, 10 minutes less. I think we had 14 fouls committed against our side in the first half alone. That shows to me, teams want to slow the game down against us. They want to manage the game because they know how relentless we were, and we dominated 60% possession to their 40. More shots, more final third entries, more corners. Everything was in our favour by the scoreline, 4-2. We should have had a blatant penalty in the first half. And I've watched the game back, and I'm always honest and transparent. Referee's in a great position, fair to the referee, watching Temi on the back post. And I thought the narrative was that if you're not looking at the ball comes in, and my centre forward can score, and he gets dragged to the ground. That's a penalty. And if I can show the video back, but nobody's going to care because we've lost the game. This is coming across as a manager who's lost the game of football, but I'm taking so many positives because I know, and everybody, unless you're a Carlisle fan, knows who watched that game that we would dominate in the game, dominated every stat, but the one that counted, and the only one that counts, 4-2. And you just got to think now that, because we're such a high-profile football club with a high-profile owner, we do things unbelievably well at this club. We've got a great structure, great culture. I'm now the manager. At times you're thinking it's us against the world. And but that as a football club, that galvanises us, that brings us together, that makes us stronger, and it's fuel to our fire.
It's been well documented what happened off the pitch as well on Saturday. Is there any further comment on that?
Oh, as a club, we've made contact with the league. We'll follow the process, and then I'm sure the club will make a further announcement in due course.
And time now to look ahead to Tuesday's National League Cup fixture. What can we expect from this one?
We can expect some of the boys who need minutes to perform, opportunities for young players again. And that was the beauty about being at the FA Youth Team game, to see which lads at this moment can step up and embrace the first team culture and the environment. Young Stevie done really well in the middle of the park, so he'll get a start. Told him today, listen, where do your family live? Give them a call today if they want to make plans to come and see their son make a start in the first team game. There'll be other opportunities as well. I think there's about 8 or 9, 10 youngsters involved, which will be brilliant for Mike and Jan. And that was one thing that was my remit from Dale and Asif. Can we develop our own players? And certainly we're doing that. Jose will get a start again. Can he continue that form which he's shown, which got him 2 appearances in the first team? And again, it's a pathway for these youngsters. And as I've said all along, if they're good enough, they'll get an opportunity. Thomas scored a goal, gone to Alvechurch, done exceptionally well. So again, if it's not with us, because you're performing well in those games, as Thomas has shown, you'll have an opportunity to go and experience senior football a little bit lower down the pyramid system, gain valuable experience, then get reintegrated into our squad and see if you can perform on a daily basis with our first team players. So the competition is brilliant for our youngsters and for our players who need minutes. So I just want to see positive energy, desire. The youngsters, watch how the first teamers, go about their business, see how they, how they warm up, how they are in the changing rooms. Be a sponge, look what they do. So again, it's a brilliant opportunity and it's a great advert for our academy.
2 from 2 in the competition as well so far. How far can we go? I guess winning as many games as possible.
Well, it's a competition we want to win. We've entered it. It's been brilliant for us. It's given our players who need minutes opportunities to perform, and look at what it did with Jose in that game. He got recalled from his loan, and he come on against Altrincham, come on in another game at home. Was it Rochdale? So again, it's an opportunity, and as I've always said at this football club, as manager, every time one of my teams or our teams performs in a competition, we want to win. We want to win. We want to create that winning culture. And again, it'll be a brilliant opportunity. Hopefully there's a decent crowd there once again to support the youngsters. It's opportunities for players to get minutes under their belt and maybe get their confidence back, which is key. And I'm looking forward to it. I really look forward to these games, because on a weekend and a league game, the pressure, the anxiety, the stress which managers are under is huge. These games, you still feel it, but you can relax a little bit and try and watch and develop and watch how these youngsters can embrace the situation. So I love these games, and the club loves these games, and we can't wait.